In March 2025 I could do the last touches for the upcoming season. Until then it was a lot of work, but see for yourself. Another second priority project will be the wooden part of my traveler. It's old and cracked. Yeah, and I wanna renew this also for the next season. Yeah, so this is what remains of the traveler. So let's get out and find some new wood for the new beam. This is my personal wood storage, and this was an ash tree. I felled it myself long ago, and I think this year would be a nice new beam for my traveler. I'm not sure if you can see it. This is the old wooden beam of my traveler, and it's curved. And I think that I will not make a curved one again, because I think that it has not that much influence to the sail performance. So the next wooden beam for my traveler is getting straight. Perfect. That fits. Nice. Woo! Yeah. That's it. So. Let us just talk 1 minute about safety. Because of all the electrics and cooking in the boat and the diesel heating, I just find it very important to install a smoke warner up there, and a carbon monoxide detector. Carbon monoxide results from incomplete combustion, for example, or maybe if the diesel heater, if the exhaust system is leaking anywhere. So you cannot smell carbon monoxide, and it's very dangerous because it can kill you instantly within minutes. Yeah, so I would recommend these bows to anyone who will sleep in the boat. This chapter is about installing a diesel heater in my boat. At first I had to build a covering for leading the warm air from the stern to the bow. I decided to install the coverings for the air hoses on the starboard side, because this seems to me the most practical way, but unfortunately not the easiest one. I wanted an air nozzle in the bow section, and I wanted a second air nozzle in the main section of the boat. And I put the air hoses together for testing, and I was really glad with this result.
There's often wars fought in my head, waged by the fears I left for dead. I can't escape this state of mind. You don't seem to lose much sleep at night, thinking about me and what I've left behind. I'm not on your mind like you're on mine. Look up, honey, and meet my gaze. I've been here before and I plan to stay. I'll wait on you till time gets the best of us. And if I lose my mind, that's more to gain. The lonesome will all be the same. You're haunted by the fools you'll never love. Look at the ghost that I've become. Everyone's got a story they're dying to tell.
I was really surprised that the coverings were fitting at the first time, and I do not have to work so much on them. Later I want to glue carpets on the covering that they look a little bit more homely.
I can hear your cry seep from the sea, but I can't save a hand that I can't hold, or a part of your heart you've already sold. Look up, honey, and meet my gaze. Been here before and I plan to stay. I'll wait on you till time gets the best of us. And if I lose my mind, that's more.
The second step was to install the heater itself in my stern chest. I took an aluminium plate to mount the heater on it. While cutting big holes into this thick aluminium plate, my old drill machine really comes to its limits. But happily the drill machine survived the job and I not have to buy a new one. I really hated to drill holes in the hull, because every hole is a potential place to leak, but in the end for the exhaust I have to. Because the pump for the diesel oil makes a very annoying noise like clack, 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 and you hear it all over the boat, I just built this case with foam. This is the pump, and on the back side I installed these rubber elements, and I hope that this will cancel a lot of the noise, but I'm not sure, so let's see. That's enough for a test run. So I think that the heater will take a few starting before it's running, because the air in the hoses. Yeah, so start it. So at first the heater makes a little check up. I think that's the flashing green light, and when it's, I don't know, red or green or out, we can start the heater. So it's out, and first try. Yeah, makes noise, air coming out of the nozzles. I smell diesel. Maybe it works now. So, that's good. Warm air, yes! This is the final result of the installed heater in my back chest with the white heat shield gratings. Unfortunately, the foam chest didn't make the pump much more quiet, but this will remain the case for now. All in all, I'm very satisfied with the solution. It looks really homely inside, and the boat heats up evenly everywhere very quickly. Besides the renewing of the electrical installation, installing the diesel heating was the biggest project I completed. I tried to use the first warm days of March to renew the wooden parts on the deck, but unfortunately it got too cold in the night, and in the epoxy arised some white streaks, and I think I have to do this again when it's really warm outside. A project that I have done better was to replace the transparent film at the hatch. At first I had monofilm from surf sails, but that was not really suitable. So now I have other transparent film, and I hope that this will work much better. For this I awaked my old sewing machine, with which I already sewed the sails for my Maver folding boat. Maybe you know this one from one of my former episodes. Added these pressure springs so the hatch stays open itself. This here is the rudder, the original one from the boat, and because the paint is on some parts really grinded away, I'm sure that there's water inside the wood. It's made of wood, and I'm not sure how rotten the rudder is inside, so I'm gonna to build a new one from this here. That's also wood again. Yeah, and I'm gonna grind it and yeah, bring it into the shape. And in the end, I'm gonna paint it with epoxy and maybe 1 or 2 layers of glass. That's the plan.
Look at this beautiful Minnie Mouse mask.
Churches, temples, moss on the land. Sometimes as humans we can't understand. They all come before me, each their own way. It's not up to you to decide who can stay. Slamming the door on the face of my own. It's just like the slap from a time long ago. Look now, listen, hear my plea. What you do to the least of these, you do to me. Pick up the hammer and bring it.
One of the last jobs I want to have been done is the replacement of my stern light. And I also want to add some deck light for the cockpit, and after some thoughts I decided to mount them on my backstay.
Paper, plastic, silver and gold. Sometimes as humans we can be so cold. The homeless and hungry in this world abound. Where pieces of silver make such a
I hope you like this episode, and if you like, then please subscribe and give me a thumb up and comment. And I'm happy to tell you that we are going to start our next adventure in a few days at the Schlei. The Schlei is a fjord-like inlet in northern Germany, and it's connected to the Baltic Sea. So stay tuned and hope I see you soon. Goodbye.
Consider the loss when you drive another nail in the cross.